Just how important are your medical records in your Social Security disability case? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm a Social Security disability attorney. And medical records are really a key part of whether or not you win or lose. But it's more than just the diagnosis. Understand that Social Security defines disability in terms of how your medical impairments impact your capacity for work, and has that impact to eliminate any possibility for work lasted or is expected to last 12 consecutive months. So judges don't approve your case based on your diagnosis, but they've got to look at your medical record to determine how severe your medical problem is. And that may not make a lot of sense, but let me explain what I'm talking about. The diagnosis is only one part of the equation. The diagnosis says you have a medically determinable impairment, but a diagnosis gives us no information about the vocational implications of your medical problems. So you may have a herniated disc, but that means nothing to the judge, just a diagnosis as to how that affects your walking or sitting or standing or lifting. Some people with a herniated disc may have very mild limitations. They simply can't walk for more than an hour at a time, but they can sit for the whole day, and so they're not disabled. Other people have a herniated disc and they have radiating pain into their leg. They're in excruciating pain. They can't focus and concentrate, and they can only sit for 10 or 15 minutes and need to take frequent breaks to lie down in a recliner. So a diagnosis does not determine whether or not you win or not. What you want to have is, to win in the medical records, what you got to have is not just the diagnosis, but you want to have evidence that is objective, like an MRI or a CT or an ultrasound or a cardiac function test. That is a big part of the medical records that judges expect to see, so objective medical evidence as well as a diagnosis. Third thing is you want to have ongoing treatment records where the judge can look and sort of see the progression of treatment. What has the doctor done? What has the doctor tried, and has it worked? And I think if you have a medical record that shows the doctor has tried multiple things, none of which has restored your function, that gives you a really compelling argument that despite your doctor's best efforts and your best efforts to cooperate and follow what the doctor suggested, you've not regained function to go back to work. And if you add on to that, that the doctor has completed for us a functional capacity evaluation or a narrative report that specifically addresses the vocational implications of your medical problem, we got a winning case. That's the formula. You want to have a diagnosis, you want to have supportive medical records that are consistent with that diagnosis, you want to show efforts to address the problem that have not been successful, and you want to have conclusions from the treating doctor, ideally a specialist, that despite the doctor's best efforts, your function to return to work has not been successful, and therefore you are in fact disabled. Now again, the doctor is not saying you're disabled. The doctor is simply saying you don't have these functions anymore. You would likely miss 3 or more days of work a month, or you can't use foot pedals, or you can't get through a day without lying down. With a logical conclusion that the judge is going to make as a matter of law is you are therefore disabled under Social Security's definition because you're not able to be fully functional as someone in a competitive work environment would need to be in order to work. So that is how the medical records fit into this whole thing. It's a part of it, but again, we need more than simply raw medical records. We need to have again, objective evidence and some conclusions by your doctor. That's the formula for a winning case. Hope you found this video helpful. Please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook. Visit me online at ssdanswers.com. You can subscribe to my Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit. You can also get a case evaluation, no charge. And subscribe to these channels, the YouTube channel, my Facebook page. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Does this seem fair? Does it seem unfair? What are your thoughts? Love to hear from you. My name again is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I wish you the best. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know, how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.